Welcome Kings, welcome back to another video. This is your host Raising Kings 876 and we're back again to talk about another issue in the dating and relationship world. I hope you guys can understand and appreciate the content that I'm about to bring to you, and you can post your comments down below this video so we can jump into it. But before we get into the video, I would like to make special shout outs to this brand, this company, Clear Express Clearance Limited, who provide shipping of goods from the US to Jamaica. So you can check them out on Instagram if you're interested in getting stuff shipped to you, and the delivery is free. You can't lose with that, guys. So get it, jump on it, and let's see how it goes. So remember to watch the whole video, and I'm not talking about every woman, I'm just talking about some women. So for discussion today, we're gonna get into a lot of kind of something that seemingly happens from time to time with different persons. However, at the same time, you need to know how to react when this happens. So what to do when your woman might be cheating on you. First of all, I don't condone cheating, even though yes, I've done it before. I still believe that you should not do it. But things happen, people do crazy things, so it is what it is. But let's jump into it. The first thing I don't want you kings out there to be doing is to try to abuse a woman in any type of way. Worst case scenario, try to kill her. Now, I know at this point you're pissed off, you're angry, you're wondering to yourself, why did you deserve this kind of treatment? However, things happen, people change, people lose interest, and they tend to do some things that we do not necessarily like. But at the end of the day, you still have to be emotionally intelligent enough how to not allow this situation to get out of hand. So these are some of the strategies I'm going to be giving you in order for you to rise above this situation. I'm going to tell you a story that I recently experienced this year, and it was just a very interesting scenario. So first thing I want you to do, just breathe. Take your time to think everything through and do it carefully. Gentlemen, kings, people do things for various reasons. Some are warranted, some are not. Some have a very good reason, some just don't. At the end of the day, you have to protect your emotions and not get carried away. All right? So the issue with cheating, or we may call it infidelity, is that sometimes it's just a case where the love was lost. The person lost interest. Or worst case scenario, they just saw a better opportunity and they just didn't care and they took it. So what are you going to do? You're going to forever complain? Are you going to say, oh, watch me and that girl, they're going to bust up her face and mash up her life? And you understand? No. Guys, you need to be aware that there are consequences to your actions. So I know at the end of the day, people like to move us off center. They like to draw us out. But in these very sensitive scenarios, you have to find a way how to be level-headed when you're going forward. All right? So I want to point out, a quick story. My first ex-fiance, she's from, the US. And, I met her overseas in Florida, and we had a good time. And the whole summer I'm chit-chatting with her while I'm on vacation, and she went back to her state. I was where I was, and I felt, this is the one. She ticks off most of the boxes, so why the hell not? And if I get the opportunity to, get my stay, even better. I'll be with this woman. And the sad part is she was older than me, even though she didn't look her age. But regardless of that, fast forward some scenarios, I proposed to her in a short space of time. And I mean, bought ring and everything. It's something that I realized that yes, it was too soon, but at the same time, I was being a bit opportunistic, and I'm like, yo, I vibe with this person. We've been talking good. I want to start my life out, you know? At the time, Jamaica wasn't really going well. I had my business, yes, but it wasn't really doing as well as I'd like. So it was another way for me. And I was managing a few athletes at the time while I was building my sports management business. Now, unfortunately, I had to leave to come back to Jamaica. A lot of guys, them cuss me off, them say me an idiot, blah, blah, blah. You should have married her before you leave. You should have been with her. But, you know, I listened to a family member say, look, you don't know this woman very well. You need to at least get to know her for a year. After that, it is what it is. So I took that advice, and honestly, I don't regret it. And it was a very emotional situation. I mean, she cried. I think I told this story already. I don't know, but I believe it was just a very emotional situation. She cried when I had to go back to Jamaica. You know what I mean? And it happened. Now, when I came back, I wasn't, financially strong. But I said, look, I'm going to get a job. We're going to go and build a business. We're going to try, be back together one day. Worst thing happened. I am not doing well in Jamaica. I get a call center job and I lost that job. And it had to do with her, and not to blame her, but it was kind of because of her too. Because I was so concerned with her. One day, I left my training desk to attend to her and left my computer screen on. And flipping get fired. And that wasn't even the main reason. Because I was not doing financially well. I snapped at the lunch lady that day. I'll never forget that day. And the lunch lady reported me to the superiors. And they pretty much told me that I needed to go. So things happened, and it was just like a building block. I realized that there was a lot of things going on with this woman. Even though I saw the Benz, she had her apartment. She had 2 kids, but her son moved out and she was just taking care of her daughter. And she literally was depending on me. And I'm like, I'm Jamaican. You're American. You're working US dollars. My company don't really reach the level I wanted to reach yet. And you really expecting me to be sending you money from Jamaica. But this is the hypergamous nature of women. This is when a woman depends on you and look to you as a man. Now, it didn't work out, and guess what happened? She started looking elsewhere. I never forget the day her ex-boyfriend came around her block. And me, the idiot, I said, yeah, man, everything cool. But I knew I was going to lose this woman. This hombre, I help her out, she's telling me. And unfortunately, what do you think happened? She started sleep with him because he's just being available. She need to move boxes out of her house. He's just available. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm here at the puppy show. You take me for the idiot. And would you believe that, yeah, she got pregnant by him. How did I find out? The woman was setting me up on her. I went back to the US the next following year. This is after me trying to get her back, war, send emails, and she just basically tell me to F off. Leave her alone. So the funny thing is this. Get my heart broken, have to move on, and reached out to her because she did basically try get back in touch with me, and I had a number for her, and she just didn't want to have anything to do with me. Her friend was like, look, leave her alone, not even God can help her. When she get a good man, she finds some excuse to mess it up anyway. So move on. I'm glad I took that advice, because there's a lot of mistakes I made in that situation. Fast forward 2 years later. Would you believe somehow this woman, no, she got pregnant before I go any further. She got pregnant by her ex-boyfriend. And while she was pregnant, while I was in the US, unfortunately, she lost the baby. So she's looking to me to. She actually wanted to come back to me. It's a good thing her friend told me what was going on. Because I want to respect and ratings. So shit happens. But after I fast forward back 2 years later, I leveled up. I start focus back on myself. I hit the gym. I start work on the business. I get another teaching job. And I start get a little money to invest in myself and the business. And I get another job in the construction world for a short period of time. But she finds me on Facebook. And my profile is looking damn good. Different business I'm a part of, my image, my brand looking amazing. And she wanted to basically get back together with me, which was very shocking and unbelievable. And I'm like, you cheated on me with the ex-man while I left. He even went as far as to get pregnant by him. Unfortunately, he lost the baby because she has a medical condition. And I just had to shake my head. Shout out to AMS, by the way, Alpha Male Strategies. That was the period where I actually started to take the red pill and understand how the red pill really worked. Even though I went through my bit of red pill rage. Trust me, AMS and his content actually brought me on this path to educate you men about female nature. And gentlemen, trust me, it's a very unfortunate world that we live in. She went as even far as to offer me her friend to be with. As if I was that desperate to get my green card to the US. So, I mean, I like to say this out there. If you, whether you're a man or a woman, by the way, if you have a situation where somebody cheats on you, know that they don't want anymore. But if you feel it can be rectified, by all means, get counseling. Figure out a way how you can make it work again. But there has to be a consequence. Yeah, the person has to pay something. Whether she going to suck your dick, she going to cook and clean for you, she going to do something to remedy the situation. Because, trust me, it's not a good look. So that was my situation. And it just taught me that at the end of the day, put some value on yourself. Know that you're worth something. That person may not have appreciated or wanted you. And personally, I don't believe in long distance relationships. I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, if you realize that the person is no longer interested in you and they went as far as to cheat on you with someone else, nothing is wrong moving on. If you have children by the person, if you're tied some way, there are ways to work things out, and just sometimes you have to pull back and move on. However, I'm not telling everybody to just mash up the relationship. Maybe some things can work out. Who knows? At the end of the day, protect your image, protect your respect. Get some self-respect for yourself. All I did was just send her a video of from Kevin Samuels and say, look, go get some advice from this man. He's in your state. And even though she was mad and she blocked me, at least I moved on. If you like the video, post, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to be posting videos 3 times per week. Share the content. Subscribe to the channel for those who are new. And we're going to get this conversation going. So peace out. Big up and bless up.